Since its initial release in October of 2023, Slay the Princess has already cemented itself as a cult classic. With its hand-drawn imagery, phenomenal voice acting, and breathtaking music, this manages to be equal parts hilarious, horrifying, and earnestly thought-provoking. The game has several branching paths, leading to drastically different outcomes in terms of narrative and theme. Today, I'm going to be ranking these outcomes at their most extreme, Chapter 3s. These will be ranked based on how fun or compelling the chapter is, how well the dynamic with the chapter's princess is explored, and how well the chapter utilizes its respective voices. Let's get into it.
So you do want to fight me? Good.
Starting off our list is the natural evolution of everything the Chapter 2 set up. Needle is everything established an adversary ramped up to 11. I mean, just look at her, that's a dragon woman. This chapter is thrilling, from the chase to the conflict. Hunted and Skeptic both have great showings, aiding you into a really satisfying conclusion, aka fighting her. Outside the cabin. True love indeed.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Mileage will certainly vary on this one. While Slay the Princess doesn't shy away from the fact that it's a horror game, this is definitely the most fleshy it gets. Look, it's not my cup of tea either, but what is my cup of tea is some good thematic exploration, and this chapter has a lot to say about its thematically existential body horror, which I swear is a thing, if only because this game made it one. Plus, you get to see Broken at some of his most gentle and compassionate. This one can end in an oddly sincere way. There's a lot to explore here. So long as you're fine with some hand-drawn gore.
This isn't just for my glory. You are a part of this now.
And coming right after Broken at his most gentle is Broken at his most vindictive, in the same chapter as him at his most manically devoted. This guy has issues. Apotheosis is a perfect evolution of Tower, while allowing us the chance to really fight back. And maybe break reality. Thank you, Paranoid. Along the way, we get an examination of who Apotheosis really is as a vessel, and what must be the most terrifying instance of the Mount claiming one, especially if it's your first time seeing that. Truly, this chapter encompasses an end of the world that can never really be the end.
A sharp pause, a dull silence.
This is an interesting pick due to something that makes this princess different from all the others. She doesn't talk. Consequence of exploring dehumanization. It's okay though, she makes up for it by being a cool chimera lion thing. While you can give in to instincts for yet another instance of thematically existential body horror, you can also build a genuine connection for both of your sakes. The themes of instinct, survival, and empathy make this into a chapter you'll gladly sink your teeth into.
We are a path in the woods.
I knew this was going to be something special the moment I heard the first line. This was the last route I found before the pristine cut, and I truly felt like everything I had come to expect from this game had been completely flipped on its head. This is an exploration of you and the princess. What you are, what you were, what you're meant to be, and how far you can bend the construct of this reality. Even if this one isn't as long or varied as some of the other chapters, it manages to be compelling, poignant, and just a little bit tragic. Short, sweet, and incredibly thought-provoking.
I'm just a set of eyes and ears. I don't make choices.
Speaking of constructs, this one is all about examining choice through the lens of deconstructing determinism and finding a better outcome. The details on the chains are unreal. Imagining drawing those is the real horror in this chapter. This one is also fantastic for its use of the voices. It's really interesting to see Skeptic and especially Paranoid be actively detrimental when they're usually so helpful. It's fun seeing how they engage with trust, or lack thereof. Finding a good outcome can be tricky here, but that makes finding the key all the more satisfying.
What? No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess.
Okay, this one is technically arguably cheating, but only a little bit. This is the one with Voice of the Cheated. It's only fitting I use its weird structure to my benefit. Though this one was still hard to write, because I could make this entire segment nothing but clips from the chapter and it would get my point across perfectly. Aside from unique body horror, a really fun voice, and the narrator being more confused than ever, this chapter is notable for being the funniest this game ever gets. So many of my favorite lines come from this chapter, from both the princess and the voices. From Hero wanting to look at a bird, to Smitten and Stubborn's questionable tastes, to giving her bold text, the look. This one is guaranteed to make you laugh. A full package and a comedic delight, somehow from the one who kills you over and over. Things you only get from this game.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
From here on out, it's emotional resonance and sincere connections. Thorn is a natural exploration and resolution to Witch's themes of distrust and betrayal. This chapter is all about making amends, telling the story of two people who have hurt each other, finding it in themselves to trust and find closure. Being able to free the thorn is such a rejuvenating and triumphant moment of healing. And, of course, this is the only chapter where you actually get to kiss the princess. Smitten being sincerely emotionally intelligent is just the cherry on top. This one is something beautiful.
We're back at the beginning. My beginning.
Remember how I said that the wild flipped everything I had come to expect on its head? Multiply that by like 1,000. In a game all about perspective, there is nothing more jarring and nothing more revealing than getting to see through the princess's eyes, seeing how legitimately terrifying you look, and having to deal with the usually comedic opportunist as a sincerely unnerving threat adds a new perspective to everything the game has given you. Plus getting the confirmation that half of this game is you blankly staring while British people argue in your head. Hilarious, 10 out of 10. Beyond that, the connection you make with this princess is truly something special. More than any other chapter, you've been through hardship together and you come out all the stronger for it. Seeing her name the chapter is delightful, as well as seeing her throw the knife out the window. You earned this triumph. Both of you.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
This was always going to be at the top of the list. The writer on this one deliberately said it was the best thing they had ever written and that they were, quote, genuinely intimidated by the standard it sets moving forward. And, wow, can you feel that quality? From the enriching, evocative descriptions to the paradoxical mix of luxury and tension that is my absolute favorite kind of horror, to the powerful ties to the themes of change and romance, this one is just perfect. This is a chapter that will stick with you long after you play it. Whether that be for the eerily real situation the characters find themselves in, its messaging on change and conflict, or the blissful triumph of dancing under the stars. This chapter is Slay the Princess at its most poignant, most existential, and without a doubt, its most resonant. A damsel in distress no longer. All in all, Slay the Princess is an unforgettable experience. The fact that I have so much more to say speaks volumes about the game's themes and execution. Everyone has a slightly different first playthrough, and part of the fun is finding new stories and perspectives within this narrative. After all, these are just my picks. Maybe you have a different experience. Be sure to tell me about your favorite chapters in the comments. Now, I better be heading into the woods. There's a cabin some narrator wants me to go to.